A blade hums through humid air, its arc slicing not just flesh, but fear. Blood steams on sunlit stone. In the stillness that follows, a man who once called himself Hollow breathes, and for the first time, listens. Gabimaru the Hollow. A killer by trade, sculpted by violence, emptied by loss. A ghost among the living, numb to death, numb to himself. Yet it's here, on an island of blooming rot and divine terror, that something begins to stir. Not just survival instinct, but longing, confusion. A crack in the armor. He was sent to this hell to earn a pardon, to claim the elixir of life. But what he finds instead is a path far stranger and far more terrifying, the path inward. And at the heart of it is Tao. Tao isn't a technique. It's not something you master like a sword kata or a breath pattern. Tao is resonance, a current beneath all things, seen and unseen. It's life's rhythm, the pulse of trees and tide, flesh and stone, male and female, self and other. You can't force it. You can only need it. Gabimaru's old world never taught him that. He grew up in the Iwagakure village, where strength meant control. Emotion was weakness. Connection was danger. Pain was a teacher, and numbness a graduation. His body became a weapon, his mind a vault. There was no room for Tao in a place like that. But the island changes him, or rather, it reveals him. The strange, horrifying flora, the creatures shaped like gods, or nightmares. The other convicts, monsters in their own right, all reflecting fragments of what he's tried to suppress. And then, there's Sagiri. Sagiri doesn't wield Tao, but she lives close to it. Not through power, but through principle, through clarity. Where others see Gabimaru as a killer, she sees a man searching for a reason. Where he sees only the next threat, she sees the cost of every blow. She doesn't coddle him. She confronts him with mercy and with steel. As he begins to train with Tao, we see the struggle isn't just physical, it's spiritual. He's told he must balance yin and yang within himself, that he must feel his opponent, not just anticipate them, that his energy must circulate in rhythm with intention. At first, it's absurd. He's all tension and reflex. But slowly, he begins to listen, not just to his enemies, but to the silence in between, to his own heartbeat, to the memory of his wife, her warmth, her gentleness, the promise of peace. That promise becomes his tether, his compass. And it's not just about returning to her. It's about becoming someone worthy of her love. In Tao, intention matters. Kill with rage, and Tao resists you. Fight with clarity, and it answers. Gabimaru learns to fight not for escape, but for alignment. He begins to strike only when needed, to defend rather than destroy. And when he moves with Tao, when he lets go of the outcome, his attacks carry the weight of inevitability. Not force, but flow. There's a scene where he nearly dies. Poisoned, outmatched, his body breaking apart. And in that moment, something shifts. He stops struggling, not to give up, but to surrender to the current. He feels Tao. He lets it hold him. And in doing so, he accesses a deeper strength. Not one born of fear, but of trust. It's in that surrender we see the essence of the journey. The irony is sharp. Only by letting go of the will to survive does he become truly alive. Only by softening his grip does he gain control. In mastering Tao, Gabimaru isn't becoming a god. He's becoming human. And that's the lesson that lingers. Because we live in a world that praises force, willpower, grinding until we break. But what if real strength is found in stillness? What if growth means undoing, not adding? What if survival, in the deepest sense, means remembering how to feel again? Gabimaru's story reminds us that even in hell, there is room for grace. That the most dangerous path is often the most healing. And that maybe, just maybe, the void inside us isn't a curse, but a question. A question only answered when we stop running and start listening.